Hi. Well, I presume you have watched the Zoom orientation video, so congratulations on successfully navigating that. And now this short orientation video will try to take you through Canvas. So Canvas is our virtual classroom platform. If you're watching this, that means you successfully logged in and created your account. Very good. First thing about that, please change the account name to whatever your real name is so that I can know who's been coming to class. And it's also the easiest thing when, if you're in a class that assigns grades, so that your grade book will actually have your name on it and not, your 12-year-old email, Pokemon is the best at Hotmail or something like that. So please do change your name, and you can go on to the into your login information on your account and change the name that's visible to us. All right, so I'm going to now do a screen share, and I'm going to try to take us through a few of the features on Canvas. I've just got a sample class up here. Not everything I say will be applicable to every classes, namely when I talk about the assignments and the grade book. Many of our classes do not have assignments or grade books, so that wouldn't apply to you if you're in a summer class or if you're in the good books class. So just just ignore that if it doesn't apply to you. So here we go. I'm going to do a screenshot. I'm going to share screen here of a random class, and let's take a look at that. All right, so here you have what you would see when you logged into the class. You've got, let's see if I can do that. Yeah. So your home page is going to have two big pictures, and it's kind of funny. No matter how big I put the picture here, I will get emails saying I can't figure out how to get into the live class. So here it is for you right here. Enter the live classroom here. All you have to do is log into Canvas when it's class time, and underneath we'll have exactly when your class time is, so you don't forget. Just click it, and it will bring you right into Zoom. So no trouble there. The passcode for the class is embedded in the link, and so you shouldn't have any problem getting in. But if for some reason Zoom is acting wonky and it asks you for a passcode, the passcode I've written for you right here is HHL, and that will get you in. Now, that's for the live class. If you are watching the video archive, scroll down, and here we have the link to that, the class video archive. And this is a private channel. It's not searchable, and only the people in this class have access to the video, so you don't have to feel self-conscious or concerned at all about turning your camera on or your child's camera on, because these are completely private videos. So that gets you through that screen. So click here to enter the live class, click here to enter the video archive. Now, one thing, the Zoom videos do not automatically attach the chat box. I try in class to read the things that are being said in the chat box out loud, but some of them go very, very quickly. I have uploaded all of the chat boxes, though, to go with the videos, and I'll show you where those go, where I put those. They're in the file section here, so that if you are watching the video archive and you think, man, it sure would be helpful to have the chat box, you can actually just pull the chat box up yourself and put it right next to the video, and you can sync it up. All right, so here you've got your menu here over to the left, and what you see will depend on what class you're in. As I said, not all of the classes will say assignments or grades. If this is an adult class or a middle school class or summer class, it's probably not going to have grade. So you can just skip that. But the first thing you want to check out is announcements. Here's where I'll put anything. You see we have a welcome letter here, so you'll want to click on that and read that. The welcome letter will probably tell you to watch this video, so you probably already read it. But this is where we would have any important announcements for me. I don't mass email the class, so if for some reason my power goes out or we're sick or something and we can't take class, this is where I would put it. I would put it right here in the announcements section. So you're going to want to check on that. I should mention that Canvas has an app. And I really like it because then I can flip to the syllabus, and I can also check my inbox on my iPad or my phone. So you can download the app. It gives you one of those little barcode things that you just take a picture with your device, and it totally syncs up your Canvas account to the web account. So you'll want to look into that depending on what kind of device you have. You can just search Canvas, Mac, Apple app or Android app or whatever device you're using. And I find that very helpful to be able to access the syllabus anytime. So The announcement section won't have a ton. I mean, you can see in this class, we only had 2. We had a welcome letter and we had the information to register for next year. Pre-registration for my classes are done through Canvas. You'll hear more about that. This is a way that we can open registration just for currently registered families because they're the only ones who have this login information. So that's announcements. Let's scroll down to syllabus because that's probably where you're going to want to go first. So here is where you will find all of the assignments for everything, all of the breaks and everything that we're going to have going on for the year. It really is amazing to me how often the students forget that we have a syllabus, and they will ask me, Miss Angelina, what is the next book we're reading, or what's the homework for next week, or when is Easter break? And I always say, if only there was a magical calendar that told you the future. There is. It's called the syllabus, and here it is. I actually have friends who teach in college who say that they are amazed how many college students cannot read a syllabus, and who will come to class. The teacher will say, it's time to turn in your papers, and they're all shocked. What paper? This is the first we're hearing of that. And the teacher will say, we have a syllabus. So I have taken that to heart, and one of my skills that I will be teaching you this year is how to read a syllabus, which means I will not be announcing in class what the homework is. I will expect that you can come right here to the syllabus tab and see what we've got. You can also print this out. If I make any changes to the syllabus during the year, of course, I will announce that and you can update yours. So it's organized by weeks. So, or if you're on a summer class, by class, because we're meeting every day. You'll see we have the topic of what we'll be discussing. So week 1 would be an introduction. Week 2, we would cover these first 2 books of Paradise Lost, and etc. Now, sometimes the assignment section gets confused. So assignment means it's the assignment that I am giving on this week that will be due the next week. So if we met week 1 and we discussed the introduction to the class, the homework is book 1 and book 2 of Paradise Lost. Then the next week we discuss Paradise Lost, book 1 and book 2. And the homework is book 3 and book 4, on and on and on until you get to the very end, which is why there's no reading for the last day, because we don't have a class after that. But every now and then students get confused and they think the assignment is what is due for that week. So it's not. This will be what we'll do the next week. And as long as you're following, the topic, then you know what reading will be covered. So that's the syllabus. And again, breaks are marked. Something else you're going to want to check out. Actually, let me take you to the file section next. So the file section right there on that tab is where you can find all of the chat boxes for the class. So they're all marked class chat, and so you can just click on it, download it, or just pull it up to watch alongside the video. This is also, and again, I would always announce, but this is where any handouts, an alternate Paradise Lost schedule, different notes, and any handouts for class would be found right here in the files section. At the end of the year, you can also find a report card template. If you are in a class that gives grades, you can download the report card template, and then you can click over to the grade book, get your grade, and just fill it in, and you'll have a report card. Let me see if I can pull up what it looks like for you. Yes, I can. So you see, you get a fancy letter-headed report card, and it's got the complete reading list for the class. And the reason for that is I've been talking with college admissions officers, and they have really been saying that they want to see a reading list. That is very different from what we used to hear a long time ago. We used to hear we just want a very plain transcript with grades and the names of classes, but they are saying that it is getting more and more difficult because of grade inflation and a number of other things to really know what a student is doing in something that says honors English or English 11 or history 10. What are these classes? And so they asked us specifically for reading lists and any information we can give the admissions officer that kind of gives them a picture of what this student has been doing, what they're capable of, and what's the level of work. So what you would do then is you would, whatever grade you got, you would put it here, and you would put your student's name. And then you could, of course, take that grade and put it on a transcript. But in addition to the transcript, you would attach these report cards because they have the reading list on there for you. All right, let's go back. So that's the files section. And then the other thing that you're probably going to want to look is at discussion. So we have a discussion forum. I will pin things that are important at the top. And then you see we just have different conversations, questions, the students talk. Each class has a different vibe for how active the discussion forum is. Some of them are very active, others are less active. It doesn't have to be limited to questions. Sometimes people send links to things that they find that they think are interesting and related to what we're talking about. YouTube videos of movie trailers of books we're talking about. I've had students do impromptu movie reviews of books that we've talked about. So the discussion forum kind of takes on an individual flavor depending on the individual makeup of the class. So feel free to make use of the discussion forum. Now you can actually set this to get an email notification when something is posted here so that you don't miss any important announcements. The last thing you'd want to check, and again, this won't apply to all the classes, only if you are in a class that is getting grades, is the assignments tab. So if you're in a high school class that has a midterm and a final, this is where you will find those. And I will show you, or Mr. Banks will show you, depending who your teacher is, or Kelly Cumby, depending who your teacher is, we'll show you exactly how to navigate our individual assignments, but this is where you would find it. If you're in a class that uploads narrations from Mr. Banks, you would also find them here, and they'll all be labeled week 1 narration, week 2 narration, and with instructions on how to upload them there. So very easy, and the students don't have any problems with that. The last thing you'll want to check out here is the inbox, and I'm not going to click on that so you won't see my messages, but the inbox is Canvas's own messaging system. The best way to get a hold of any of your teachers here at House of Humane Letters is to use the inbox. Please don't email us because it's just extremely difficult to keep track of student emails and also keep track of who's who and what class you're writing from. If you use the Canvas inbox, it's the easiest thing. I get a notification on the app on my iPad. I don't have to scroll through 4,000 email messages to find you. You can get me immediately if you inbox me because I get that app notification. Then when I click on the message, it tells me who you are and what class you're in, and it's just all nice and neat. So again, please do not email us. And I'm going to stress that because I say this every year, and every year students email us, and then the email, I don't find it, or I don't find it in time, and they're saying, oh no, I emailed you. And I say, are you supposed to email me, or are you supposed to inbox me? So if you inbox me for the class, I will get back to you right away. If you send it to my email, I may never see it. That I always say my email account is where messages go to die. So inbox me right there. And I think that's the last thing to get us through Canvas. Canvas is really easy to navigate. So here you are. And again, welcome to the House of Humane Letters. And I'm really looking forward to this year. And I know Mr. Banks is looking forward to this year. So if there are any questions about anything I said, you can just comment under the video right there on Canvas, and I will answer those. So thanks a lot. And I'm really looking forward to having you in my class this year, or Mr. Banks in his class. Thanks so much.